Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica if you're new here, and in this week's video we're going to talk about the eventful things that happened at the Sadra. Is it Sadra or is it Old School? I'm not sure. At the latest hair scramble that happened in Punta Gorda, the Melon Bash. Starts were my favorite. I got off to a not so great start. Don't know why. I started towards the back. I think that I stepped on the stool and it might have I might have stepped on it incorrectly. I don't know. I actually don't mind starting in the back only because I think it's a lot more fun to make your way forward, and the pass is kind of encouraged. Right off the start, you kind of went into this turn. These turns are kind of slippery in my opinion. So I let off the throttle when I go to these turns because I'm afraid of what's the word I'm looking for sliding out. That's my biggest concern. So you'll see that I passed Laura, and then going into this section right here, she made a really great pass. I just left that line open. Whatever. But she made a really great pass. Ditches also scare me because the faster people, they can just jump across them. Someone like me, I'm not going to take that risk, because if I don't clear it, the reprimandation, it would be awful. I'd get hurt. So I just roll it, even though it takes a little bit more energy. One of my favorite things about this property was the amount of lines that you could take. What always sticks to me when I ride is the fact that Jake said, how are you supposed to pass the person in front of you if you're taking the same lines as them? Very true. So my GoPro is mounted on my chest now. I have a chest mount, and then I have my Camelback over the top of it, and I don't know if it's my helmet, that's the black part that's you guys can see kind of messing with the video, or if it's my hose. I think it might be my helmet. I haven't watched the whole video through yet, but I think it's my helmet. I did order a GoPro mount that's incorporated into my chest mount. USWE makes one, and I ordered it on Black Friday. It hasn't come in yet, but I'll let you guys know if I like that better than the chest mount that I'm using. I don't think anything is going to beat the helmet mount though. Unfortunately, we can't wear those, so you guys are stuck watching this. And at this property, they always incorporate this jump in here. I think it's really fun. I don't think I cleared it any of the laps, which is fine. And my lap times were actually pretty consistent. I didn't do so great, but I had a great time, so I can't complain. And here I got blasted by some dirt, so it kind of messed up the video footage. I didn't clean the lens until a little halfway through the first lap. Like I said, the first lap is 40 minutes long anyway, so I might just cut some eventful pieces so you guys have something fun to watch. Hey Laura, what's up? You know, I could have gone around her. There's plenty of space, but Monica was like, are you okay? And then decided for her to jump back on her bike and get in front of her. Like, sportsmanship, right? Sportsmanship. Okay, yeah, and then I stalled the bike. In true Monica fashion, yeah. Talk about the creek. I enjoyed the creek. So here's the situation. Since Laura was like right in front of me, I couldn't see the depth of the creek. And now looking back at it, I'm glad I didn't see the depth of the creek because it was really shallow in one part of it and then like really deep in the other part of it. I think that I happened to take the right line, so I didn't like end up falling or anything. But as soon as you came out of the creek, the ground was like really wet and like just muddy and gross and really slippery. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't get hung up there, but I was also very like mindful of like, don't go up this hill too fast because you're gonna probably slide out and then fall into one of these palmettos. But I also really love this section because it flowed so well. Why you stalling, girl? Why you stalling? Just honest thoughts and emotions right there. I loved just going around these big old palm trees. I think that these sections were probably my favorite just because they flowed so well. There were so many lines. It was just cool. The dirt was a little bit darker, so it was a little bit more slicker than the rest of the track, but it was so much fun. So there was this slog that I got victimized by. All right, you take this little turn and then you go over the slog, and I should have been prepared for it because I did it in practice, but Monica was just not prepared for it. And then I dropped my bike and somebody nudged my arm and it was fine. Sometimes you're just like, ow. And I emphasized the ow with an attitude like, ow. And now that I'm looking back at the footage, I definitely don't think that it was the log's fault. It was definitely my own fault. And then I probably caused another bottleneck because everybody was trying to like get around me, but I was holding everybody up. And then I don't know if maybe I was in neutral. I mean, I like throttled without like wanting or meaning to do that. I did not mean to do that. Anyway, just the struggle bus. All right, let's pause this right here. So I stalled right here, and then my bike was in neutral. I told you guys at the beginning of the video, I had problems shifting it into neutral. So I caused a bottleneck, my fault. What was really interesting about this was that the palmettos normally don't have holes in front and behind them. And at this property, I don't know if it's just because we've been riding it so much, there was like suctions created before and after the palmettos. And I also felt like something with the track must have changed over time because you couldn't go to the left or to the right of them. Like normally you can kind of go over the top of them that way. But they were sticking up so far out of the ground that I felt like, you know, there was no way other than to go across them. So anyway, I stalled, caused a bottleneck. People got around me. Trust me, I don't want to be in anybody's way. And then somebody kind of went down trying to get around me, and I was holding up their half-fallen bike on top of my bike, and then they were trying to get up. I'm 5'3", okay? I can barely stand on the ground as it is. And half the time when I drop my bike, I drop it because it's already halfway and I don't have the strength to catch it because I'm short, so I can't just put my foot on the ground and like catch myself. Sometimes I can, but a lot of times I can't. So any weight that is pushed on me, I cannot hold up. So that's just what I was saying here. Okay, going into this section, it must have been like one of my least favorite sections. You come out of here and then you get to these like sandy whoops and it's just not fun. So at this point, I just got exhausted. I don't know if it's because I haven't really been working out, I haven't really been eating clean. I don't know what it is. It's probably a combination of everything. Probably like my mental health has been in the gutter for the last couple months. Like, it was just everything. It was just everything. It sucked. It sucked real bad. I contemplated pulling off. And the only DNFs I've ever had was when I broke bones. So me saying I felt like I wanted to pull off says a lot. You guys are seeing a lot of my helmet. I figured it out. It wasn't the drink, it was the helmet. You guys are seeing a lot of it because I was sitting down the whole time. That's how tired I was. I didn't have enough energy to stand up, which is not good. Everyone says when you're tired, you should at least stand up. Your girl was not standing up. And this right here was the last creek crossing. And this was definitely my least favorite part because as soon as you came out of this creek, you like went into the sand. And if you know me, there's two things that I hate. Sand. What else do I hate? Falling. I hate sand and I hate falling. I don't think I fell in the sand this time, but I hated it. And you guys could tell by the demeanor and the sound of me being like, oh my God. I'm just thinking to myself, like, I hate this. Why am I doing this to myself? Like, when can I pull off? This is awful. This is terrible. Ugh. here you guys see my fan club, which consisted of my mom, my mother-in-law, my sisters, and my dad. My dad showing me the line that I decided not to take. I just like didn't see him last minute, so hey Dad. Thanks for pointing me and having my best interests at heart, but I didn't see you and decided to go through the deep rut. Luckily I didn't get stuck, but yeah. At this point, I'm pretty sure I was in 5th or 6th place out of 7 people. You know who did see that line? The person that took it right next to me. Anyway, that wraps up today's video. I had a lot of fun going back to riding the hare scramble. We're doing a lot better. Thanks for everybody who continues to ask us how we're doing. We have a little bundle of joy. His name is Iggy, and he's been keeping us really busy. We wish you all the greatest of holidays, and we'll see you guys at the next hare scramble in January at Bartow. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Actually, I don't think it's Bartow. I think it's Brooksville. The Coyote Hare Scramble at Munden Hill. That's where I'll see you guys next.